In May 2022, Hollywood was blindsided. Ray Liotta, the unforgettable force behind Goodfellas, passed away suddenly at 67 while working overseas in the Dominican Republic. The news felt unreal. He was active, filming, and seemingly full of momentum. Yet, behind the shock and tributes, one haunting question lingered. What really happened? For nearly a year, there was only speculation and silence. Then, the official autopsy results were released, revealing details that changed the conversation entirely. What doctors found painted a far more complex picture than anyone expected. Today on Royal Time of Hollywood, we look back at the life, the legend, and the final truth behind the passing of Ray Liotta, the adoption that fueled the fire. Ray Liotta's story begins in New Jersey in 1954, but it started with a sense of dislocation. Abandoned at birth, he spent 6 months in an orphanage before being adopted by Alfred and Mary Liotta. While they were a warm, loving couple, Ray carried an internal edge, a mix of anger and confusion toward the biological parents he never knew. He didn't find his calling in books or sports. In fact, he nearly skipped his SATs to work in construction. It was only at the University of Miami that he stumbled into a drama line to avoid math requirements. There, he discovered a space where his raw instincts mattered more than textbooks. From soap star to something wild. After graduating in 1978, Ray landed the role of Joey Perini on the soap opera Another World. For years, he was the nice guy, the sweet heartthrob. But Ray wanted more. He moved to Los Angeles, training alongside future stars like Kevin Costner and Melanie Griffith. His big break came in 1986 with Something Wild. Ray was electric and terrifying. He proved that he could play a villain with a charm that made audiences hold their breath. However, he feared being pigeonholed. He famously turned down an audition for Tim Burton's Batman because he thought a comic book movie sounded silly, a choice he later cited as one of his greatest career regrets. The making of Henry Hill. In 1990, Ray stepped into the role of real-world mobster Henry Hill in Martin Scorsese's Goodfellas. The process was grueling. To land the part, he had to prove to producer Irwin Winkler that he had enough star power to carry a film alongside Robert De Niro. During production, tragedy struck. Ray's adoptive mother was dying. Scorsese urged him to leave the set, but Ray insisted on working. He channeled his grief into the film's iconic celebratory scenes. The laughter you see on screen was fueled by a deep, communal support from the cast and crew who knew Ray was breaking inside. The intensity of the Goodfellas guy. Ray embraced his reputation. He once noted that people don't reminisce about the gentle roles of legends like Al Pacino. They remember the danger. Ray was the danger. Off camera, he admitted his mood often mirrored his characters. When playing villains, he stayed on edge. When playing nice guys, he was a joy to be around. He spent his later years navigating the shifts of Hollywood, from the voice of Tommy Vercetti in Grand Theft Auto, Vice City to powerful turns in The Many Saints of Newark. He was a man who never quite fit the A-list mold but was respected by every peer who ever shared a frame with him. The final days in the Dominican Republic. At 67, Ray Liotta seemed to be in the middle of a career renaissance. He was in the Dominican Republic filming the thriller Dangerous Waters. He wasn't on set when it happened. He passed away peacefully in his sleep between filming calls. The shock was universal. Martin Scorsese led the tributes, praising Ray's rare courage as an actor. For a year, the public waited for an answer. Was it the stress of filming? Was it an undiagnosed illness? The autopsy. What really happened? 1 year later, the official autopsy revealed the truth. Ray Liotta died from pulmonary edema and heart failure, with underlying atherosclerosis, hardening of the arteries, contributing to his condition. Essentially, fluid had built up in his lungs because his heart was struggling to pump efficiently due to the systemic hardening of his arteries. It was a natural, non-violent passing, a tragic convergence of cardiovascular issues that had been building quietly beneath the surface. A legacy set in stone. Posthumously, Ray was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. His daughter, Carson Liotta, accepted the honor, reminding the world that while he played the tough guy, he was a man of immense depth and kindness. Ray Liotta didn't just play roles, he created moments that defined cinema. From the haunting laugh in the Copacabana to the mythic presence of shoeless Joe Jackson, he remains a titan of the screen. What is your favorite Ray Liotta performance? Was it the volatile Henry Hill or the quiet shoeless Joe? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this tribute informative, please like this video and subscribe to Royal Time of Hollywood. Don't forget to hit the bell notifications